Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marty.
MJ up in the house with a messy corner.
Well, check your cell phones, check your smartwatches. It's 10
where's my
p.m.
phone?
Oh, there we go with this.
No, I got it.
Thursday night it is. Wrestling Insiders, Party with Marty. Stand by.
The month of May explodes in Boston Wrestling MWF. Joining us for the first time in studio will be ECW icon New Jack, Saturday, May the 8th, taping episodes of Wrestling Insiders in a special live episode with the Cyber autograph signing. Then Saturday, May the 22nd, Sunday, May the 23rd, the legendary Demolition Axe, the Masked Superstar, one half of the greatest tag team in WWE history, joins us for 2 days of Wrestling Insider tapings in a live Cyber autograph signing with photos already signed by Demolition Smash. It's going to be a month to remember. Head on over to bostonwrestling.com. Pre-order your 8x10 photos now and help keep wrestling legends working.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marty.
And I'm Mr. USA WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas.
The road to WrestleMania has begun. Wrestling fans are looking to add to their man caves. You got to see what we have in the eBay store.
Check it out.
At Night of Champions 2020, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns successfully defended the WWE Universal Championship against his cousin, Jey Uso, in a must-see battle. Here is your chance to own a piece of Roman Reigns moments before battle on this beautiful limited edition autographed 11x14 poster direct from friends at WWE. It's number 19 of only 50 made. Includes WWE authentication hologram on the poster itself, suitable for framing and matting. You'll also receive a bonus Legends autographed 8x10 photo in an on-air shout-out on Wrestling Insiders as our thanks for helping keep wrestling legends working. Get this ultra-rare Roman Reigns autograph poster now. Boston Wrestling Sports and the MWF explodes into a new year of unknown with professional wrestling content galore, and we need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after we review the previous night's Monday Night Raw, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with the unpredictable WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights after WWE, NXT, and AEW at 10 p.m., you never know who's going to show up on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's No Holds Barred Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll journey through the 80s and 90s on Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Friday nights after the lights go down at the Thunderdome on SmackDown, it's John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view watch-alongs, and more. If you want early, ad-free access to all of our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed Studio Shoot Interview DVD library, and to help keep wrestling legends working during the worst of times, for less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. As always, if you're with us live during the premiere, chatting away, the super chat button is open for business. Don't forget to tip the bartender so we can keep the lights on here at this fine studio and bring you more great legends that we're working on to join our Wednesday Night Wrestling Insider Special Edition, where we have the rotating guests each week. The studio is on my ass. They want to see numbers increase. So again, we ask you, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. It is free. Share the link on your social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Facebook wrestling groups, on Reddit. Tell popular wrestling websites about what we do. Everything adds up.
Local
and of
liquor
course,
store.
the eBay store is open 24/7, even in these coronavirus times. The link can be found in the description box below. And of course, for early ad-free access to all of our tremendous Wrestling Insider weekly in-studio shoots, along with our Studio Shoot Interview DVD library that's been seen by millions online and millions around the world, on the Howard Stern Show, exclusive Patreon content, all for less than a cup of coffee down the street at Starbucks. Visit us at patreon.com/Boston
that's
Wrestling.
what I'm
As
trying to
John's Marty, I'm ready to throw that phone out the door.
There's one within 9 miles.
Within 9 miles.
That delivers.
That delivers.
Yep.
All right. Well, on our next break, we'll have to reach out to them.
Are we on?
We are on right now.
Hey, y'all.
I wanted to talk more about the movie No Holds Barred and Zeus. I know you said you enjoyed the black
One time
Playboy Club in L.A. with Zeus.
Yeah, another time I was with Zeus. We were in Des Moines, Iowa, somewhere. There ain't no damn gangs. And, he was like the Bloods or Crips or whatever he was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think Crips. He was with the blue team. And they got him you remember Dusty Wolf? Y'all remember Dusty Wolf?
Yeah.
He actually did a doink thing. Let me put my paper tooth in. And they got him. They paid for him. Dusty Wolf was like his chauffeur. Take him around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got him a red Cadillac.
Could he fit?
Yeah, but he walked out and he saw it. Dusty was like right here. And he goes, "Hell no! You ain't gonna get me in no red goddamn car. I ain't no blood. I'm Crip."
Oh.
He was like, "If I get in that car, I get shot." Man, you in Des Moines, Iowa, bro. Ain't no fucking gangs out there. Back then there wasn't. Might be now. But he didn't. They had to go get him a whole different car. He would not take that red car.
Geez, that's impressive. Sorry to see a man so young leave the world.
Yeah, he was young.
He is someone that I think WWE coulda, shoulda recognized maybe in the celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame. Where
they put Arnold Schwarzenegger in there.
Well, and Zeus, I think, contributed to the business more than Arnold did.
Yeah,
I mean, he headlined 3 pay-per-views.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. No, he didn't do WrestleMania, but he did.
What was it?
He did SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and a Christmas pay-per-view special that they did a one-off.
He'd go out there, "Hulk Hogan is a woman."
Is that what he did?
Yeah, I was like, man, I got to work with you. I'm not good at interviews, but damn, I can do better than that.
He was on the road. He wasn't wrestling, but he was doing promos every night to
Joey
try.
Marella, he was going to beat Joey Marella's ass one night.
Why?
Because Kurt Hennig, in Hustler magazine, they had a sheet. It was called Asshole of the Year, and it had your face in a donkey's ass. It was called Asshole of the Year. And Kurt cut out a picture of Zeus and put it in a donkey's ass and took that and put it on the wall in his dressing room. And Zeus didn't think it was funny. He come in there. He thought Joey Marella did it because Kurt took the rest of the magazine and put it on Joey's bag. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I had to calm old Zeus down because he was going to beat up Joey. Joey's a friend of mine. I'm like, no. Don't do that.
But you got along with Zeus.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were good friends.
Do you think if he ever became properly trained, he could have been an asset to the industry? I mean, he had great size.
I mean, he wasn't even properly trained. He wasn't that good, but he wasn't that bad.
There were no embarrassments in the matches. They covered him in tag team matches very well, but I mean, I can't think of anything from those events he did that, really.
You know his best match ever? Remember the movie Friday?
Yeah.
Where he got in a fight with Ice Cube.
Was My Bicycle or whatever it's called? Yeah.
Well, at the end when he fought with Cube. That was pretty good. That was his best match. That's my favorite movie in life.
Well, I tell
Friday.
you, he was a scary-looking man.
Yeah, because he was cross-eyed and he was huge. He was huge, man. He was like 6'6". I'm 5'11".
And they put him in
and he looked at me, "Marty, come on, man." And I'm like, okay, I guess I got to.
They put him in, they had gimmicks in his boots, too, to make him even look that much bigger
No, that was
than
Jake
Hogan.
Snake.
What's that?
That was Jake Roberts.
What?
He had lifts in his boots.
But
he was already like 6'5".
I'm talking about Zeus.
I don't know if they did that. How do you know that?
Because I just remember the boots.
Oh, okay.
They were enormous on the bottom and the padding, but even as a little guy.
Why you look at guys' boots?
Tony taught me, I don't know. Tony taught me, I don't know. But I just remember that Zeus was lifted to be even bigger as he was.
I didn't know that.
I mean, he had a great pairing with Savage, who was involved with him in 2 of those matches. We're going to talk more about that as 1989 goes on. But none of the boys, they never had a chance to stop and see No Holds Barred when it was released. They didn't do a red carpet type party or anything like that?
We were too busy.
Yeah.
300 shows, no, not 300 shows, 300 days a year. And then 320 shows come with double stops.
Yeah.
So 320 days a year, we didn't have the time to go see a movie.
Well,
I just know everybody was mad at him, about him. Not at him, because you ain't going to get mad at him. He'll fuck you up. But they were like, we work all year round. And this guy steps in out of nowhere. He's main event in or whatever you said.
SummerSlam, yeah.
SummerSlam.
Was he a bad guy? Bad guy? As far as physically, he was a badass?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I never saw him go, but I saw how people reacted to him in his hood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Other than the Joey Morella Hustler incident, did any other instances you can think of where Zeus had conflict with anyone?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, that's the only time he got really pissed.
Do you think that, I know you were kind of friendly with the Hulkster, did Hogan, what did he think of taking the man from a Hollywood movie and bringing him into the squared circle?
No problem.
No issue? No.
No, because you remember
It was a great opponent.
Hulk was branching out doing movies too.
At least visually, it was a great opponent for him.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, again, if you could sit
somebody
there
who-
with the pen and paper and draw a heel,
Yeah,
I mean, he
it-
was a terrifying looking guy.
And that's the whole thing that makes shit work. A heel that you believe can hurt somebody is what makes it work.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a heel like it's, silly ass, you ain't scared of him, you don't care. Oh, this dude could really hurt Hulk. Everybody's watching, That's how you make it work.
I don't know what kind of money he was making in Hollywood, but in your opinion, what's that?
Yeah.
Zeus. Tiny Lister, I should say. I don't know what
No,
kind of
you
money
say Zeus.
Tiny made in Hollywood, but do you think it would have been worthwhile as an investment for maybe even a year or two, for, like I said, for WWF, maybe to groom him?
Yeah, but he might not have wanted to.
Yeah.
He didn't really like the wrestling atmosphere.
Really?
Well, yeah, because they
kinda
were joking on him, putting asshole or jackass, putting his picture in the jackass's ass.
No, you don't happen in the Garden once when they did that?
What?
They put the asshole of the month picture up on the wall, and I don't remember whose face it was they put on the inside of the hole, but to the left of it they put a picture of Annie. I couldn't believe it.
Did not.
I couldn't believe it.
No, shut up.
But I mean, in the locker room, was he kind of cordial with the guys? Would he keep to himself?
He was nice, but he didn't put up with no shit. He was real quick-tempered.
Really?
Back then.
And he was always traveling with Dusty Wolf, huh?
Yeah, Dusty, I'm sorry. Dusty, man, what y'all put in here?
I
knew y'all, there's a drug right there. Look, y'all think I'm bullshitting, look.
Thanks for making a mess.
Look.
I'm sure that was you that probably put
No,
it
I
in
ain't
there.
put no pills here. I'd take the
What
hell
is
of it. I have no idea. You want me to read it? You got glasses?
What the hell is it?
Here, you read it. And I'll look it up on the phone. Tell me what it is, I'll Google it.
I don't even know if it's a pill.
It is, what the fuck does it look like?
It doesn't have a number or any kind of marking on it. It's just a plain white tablet.
Did you say mocking?
I did say marking.
All right, I'll find it.
So you're going to Google what is a plain white tablet?
Yes.
My co-host Marty Jannetty, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
just found a plain white round pill and it got no markings on it. What could it be?
No, I can't wait to see the response.
They found it on the web. It says no imprint pills, white round,
A placebo of some kind?
10 milligram. What the fuck is that? Sticklickums.
What?
Yeah, you read it. I don't got my glasses.
We're trying to talk wrestling, and we got this. I don't know.
Well, you got pills
Pill
here.
with imprint.
What did
no
I tell you?
imprint is white, round, and has been identified as Staxin 10 milligrams. I don't know what Staxin is.
Ask him.
You
I
asked
told
him.
him
You know your
yesterday.
phone better
I
than
said
do.
this damn paper is salty. What the fuck
Well,
did
maybe
you and
it's 'cause
Tony
there was
do? with
a pill in the
Tony,
middle.
Tony was the last one over here, right?
I believe so.
I said, what did y'all do? Did y'all put salt over the pizza? Or
Maybe
what the
Tony
hell?
is trying to drug you. Maybe he knew you were coming, and he
thinks I'm a racist.
maybe there's some anthrax or something in that.
Anthrax.
Maybe
not how
Tony's
you-
trying to take you out.
Let me call him real quick.
Well, you're welcome to do what you like as far as that goes.
Well, give me
Anyway, back to 1989.
Give me
No
the
Holds
number.
Barred. It was a great success for 1 week at the box office. Was there general disappointment around your boss at the time, Vince McMahon, that it wasn't a bigger success? I think for the first week it came out, it topped Ghostbusters 2
Yeah, and it actually was number 2 in the world because it went international.
for a week, though, and then it kind of tanked.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was almost like a pay-per-view. Once you either saw it
Yeah.
or you didn't see it.
Saw it?
You saw it.
Okay.
But anyway, you never saw the movie, but was there disappointment where WWF spent so much
No,
promotional time on
no.
it?
Everybody
No?
was just so mad that a guy
Tiny
could
got the
step in
payday.
and be the main event, and he just come in. We wrestle all year long. He just steps in. He's main event of a pay-per-view.
Well, let me ask you this one. I know maybe because it involves the tag team scene, maybe you would have an answer to it, but there was, I believe, some heat between two very good friends of mine, I believe friends of yours as well. I know they speak highly of you, Bill and Barry, Axe and Smash Demolition.
That's my brother.
Where Smash was originally cast to be part of the No Holds Barred movie,
I know that.
he was replaced by Axe, and there was no
shit.
Smash.
That's dirty pool, man.
Now that's...
That's dirty pool.
That's not. I could see one's feelings being hurt about that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Nope.
No. So you have no idea if there was any dissension in the ranks or
I
anything
don't think
like
they
that?
ever did because they always loved each other.
Well, they didn't speak for 16 years, Marty. I put them back together again.
Action Smash?
Yeah, like Humpty Dumpty.
Barry and
Barry
Bill?
and Bill. That last night, the night
I'm
of
gonna call one. I can call Bill right now.
well, he's still getting over Corona. Don't bother him.
Oh, is he sick?
He had it. Yeah, his grandson had it in the house.
Damn.
The night
I'll
Undertaker,
call Barry then.
The night Undertaker debuted at Survivor Series 90 was Bill's last
I was
night.
there, and Coco Beware had to
Yeah.
work with him.
Yeah.
Coco come back so mad because Taker didn't drop him, quite right, and he jammed Coco's neck, and he come in the back like, "Fuck this guy! What the fuck is this shit for?" And we were like, well, we didn't know Mark. He just came in.
He was new.
Yeah. But over Coco, I was like, Coco, calm down, brother. Calm down.
Well,
No,
Bill's...
fuck him, for goddamn. They're going to make him a star, and they're going to break my goddamn that fuck him. Coco. And Coco did finally calm down.
But back to the story. Bill saw the writing on the wall that things weren't going to go well for the gimmick, especially now that Legion of Doom was in. At one point, he was offered an agent position, he claimed, and they didn't come through on that. I think he would have been a better fit than Terry Garvin. Maybe they could have avoided some nonsense. Terry Garvin of
Terry
the,
was like
Cream
the opposite.
team.
He wasn't agent so much.
Okay, fair enough. But I think Bill would have been good for that position.
Yeah,
Maybe he didn't fit because he wasn't the
snitch.
snitch.
He still would be.
He wasn't the snitch type. I don't know. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, he was one of the boys.
So he left, and he left Smash and Crush, and look at how much longer Demolition lasted after Bill left. But they didn't speak for 16 years.
I don't know if that's the reason, but yeah. When the Warriors came in, it was over.
They didn't speak for 16 years.
I didn't know that.
And then,
are you sure about that?
Yes, the WrestleMania 27 in 07. Was it 07? Yeah, WrestleMania. No, WrestleMania 23 in 07. I got involved with some guys. They did a fan fest the morning of the WrestleMania in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And they wanted Demolition in the worst of ways. At that point, I had been trying to find Barry for 3 years. Even trying to enlist WWE to get involved and try and help me. Barry just wanted nothing to do with the business. He was almost like Kevin Kelly.
Because he fucked up when he went down to Tampa. It was a new league. I forgot what the hell it was at. He called me and he asked if I'd be interested in, because they made him Booker.
Mm-hmm. Barry, you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
And I forgot what the league was. A new league. It was down in Tampa. And I was like, well, yeah. And I gave him an idea. I'm like, maybe we can bring me in like this. And I gave him the idea. And he goes, I like that. And I watched the TV the next week. He did the fucking thing I said, let me do this. Whatever it was a joking kind of thing. You lock some guys in your closet and then you go do the match and they don't show up. Whatever the hell it was. And I'm like, Barry, come on, brother. Come on, man. That's why you never give your ideas. For all y'all out there, my new boys, do not give your ideas out to nobody else. If they have the way and the means of going to do it before you, you're fucked. It's your idea. You're going to do it best because you thought of it. You know how you want to do it. Somebody else saw it as good, they go do it first, it's over. Barry did that though.
Never knew that. I
It
didn't know
happens
Barry
all
was the
the
booker
time,
of a
my
promotion.
brothers. All the time.
That I'm familiar
I
with.
got
I just
30-something
wasn't
years.
familiar with the promotion he was involved with. But
Yeah, it was a new one, and it was based out of Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't XWF. It wasn't that one.
you know, they had Hogan and Knobs and all
Yeah,
of them were
yeah,
involved
yeah,
with
yeah.
that
Me
one.
too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
Oh, you were in it too?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
did
didn't know that.
48 jobs in 2 days.
But anyway, to lead up to that Fan Fest, I finally found Barry through his printing company that he started. And
Yeah,
had a
printing
great
company.
conversation
He
with
makes
him.
T-shirts.
He just actually sold it not too long ago, and he's
Fuck, I could have
retired.
got some Wolfie Wolf shirts.
What I want to do is, I've told you, I want to get some Party with Marty shirts for this show to try and help what we do. More for you, more
What
for
do we
me.
do?
Split the pie. What's that?
What do we do?
Create tremendous wrestling content for wrestling fans to enjoy for decades to come with the memories, legends, and experiences
But you-
through the mind of no holds barred sex, drugs, and rock and roll, Marty Jannetty.
But you know what though, man?
What's that?
Of all my tag team partners,
Yeah.
I worry about you.
Me?
Yeah, because you don't fuck around with the girls.
With my situation, I don't need to.
Well, you said you don't love her.
It would complicate things greatly. It would complicate things greatly. As far as me being Linda.
Linda, he loves you.
As far as me being able to
your boy, I forgot
interact
his name.
with the kid, huh?
I forgot your boy's name.
Devon. Devon.
Devon, love you, brother. Happy birthday. How old
Well,
is
his
he now?
birthday is going to be in July, but
How's
you know
he
it's
now,
never too
15?
early. It's going to be 16.
60. Well, yeah, we
He's
just
going to be hitting me up for a car. It's going to go from PlayStation 5 virtual currency
Well, you better
to
get a
car.
damn car sponsor.
No kidding, right? Yeah, we really do need a car sponsor now. But no, I don't want to complicate a complicated situation any more than it is. You
Does
know
she
what I
love
mean?
you?
Probably not. You know what? No, I shouldn't. I'm sure, like me, in her own way, she is a human being. Yeah. For all we've been through
Why
over
you keep
18
saying
years.
as a human being? You're not animals.
Well, I mean, are you talking about madly, deeply, passionately in love with each other?
No,
No,
you ain't gotta do all
but
that
do
sex
we,
shit on
with
camera.
our history and so on and so forth, I think it would be very difficult not to.
Can you still get hard on?
Yeah,
Well, then what's the problem?
her.
She can't get hard on?
Oh, she's hard, all right. Believe me, she's as hard. I can only imagine how our most recent trip to Florida will to have gone by the time this airs. But anyway,
Oh, yeah, you're still going to do that?
I don't know. We'll have to,
Do
by
you
the
want
time
to?
this airs, oh, absolutely.
They're going
We have a
down to
good-
Disney World, I think, right?
Yeah. But that'll be long over by the time this is.
Mention my name in the bathroom, you get a better seat.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll have to keep that in mind. I would avoid using a public restroom at lengths you would not believe.
Oh, my brother's that way.
I'm
He will not.
horrible with that.
He will not.
It took me a long time to get accustomed to using this studio bathroom, and I'll tell you,
It's actually kind of clean, too.
and it's kind of clean. I'll tell you this, I have never touched anything in that bathroom with my hand. To show what a
you touch it
germaphobe I
with?
am, as soon as I go in, I take paper towels. Is that the first one, Cecil? Yep. All right. I wrap
What
my
does that mean,
hands.
20 more minutes?
Yep. I wrap my hands in paper towels.
Damn.
And whether I have to touch the toilet or the sink or whatever it is, my hands touch nothing.
Okay, Iron Mike Sharp.
Nothing. Well, honestly, and then what I do is when I go to the bathroom, I throw the towels in and I, do my business. Then I grab more towels and I flush the toilet. I go over and I turn the water on, clean my hands, toss those towels. If the studio's watching
Was
this.
this before Corona?
Oh, yeah. And then when I leave, I take two more towels, wrap them around my hand, or maybe one, wrap it around the hand, open the door, unlock it, and out I go, and toss it in the trash. So if the studio wonders why they have to buy so many paper towels, I think they're learning the secret.
I saw it. Now I know who did. It was all over the floor earlier when I went in there. Now I know who
What,
did it.
paper towels?
Yeah, it's all over the floor. I was like, oh, now I know who did it. I was like,
I'll tell you this,
who made this
I'm
mess?
not going to name any names because I don't want the gentleman to become furious with me, and he's been known to roar. But
Tony?
someone in this studio right now, his claim to fame was clogging the toilet with pounds of baby wipes.
Of what?
Baby wipes. We had to have a plumber come to the toilet.
Who did that, John C.?
No, it wasn't John Cena Sr. Oh, no, not
Yeah,
John C.
here, yeah.
Riley, no. I mean, it was almost like one of those magician tricks. The plumber was in there, and he kept pulling and pulling and pulling
in Poland. I mean, pounds of baby wipes. So,
That's not baby wipes, that's toilet paper.
no, they were, you know, because baby wipes have those, you know, they have a certain design and context to them. It wasn't paper, it was baby wipes.
You use baby wipes on your ass?
I do not use baby wipes on my ass.
You've never wiped your ass with baby wipes?
I'll tell you this, with the amount of baby wipes that were found in the toilet, if I had access to them here, I'm going to guess that they'd already have been used.
Who sang that song, I want to fly away? The black singer.
Lenny Kravitz.
To fly. Yeah, Lenny Kravitz. Yeah. He stopped up his toilet with a pair of his pants, leather pants.
He tried to flush his...
Yeah, he shit on him and he wanted to get, you know, rid of the evidence he shit on him.
He tried to flush leather pants down a toilet?
In New York, yeah. And it stopped up and it ran all over. And he was like going downstairs the apartment. And he was doing
Almost sounds like the day the Nasty Boys were here. But...
Oh, they did that?
No, remember I told you there was something wrong with the pipes that morning when I got here. And one of the men, and I went into the men's room to go, and there was no water in the toilet. So I flushed it, and the water came all the way to the top. And I said, oh
yeah, it was about to spill.
So I said, let me go use the women's room. I went into the women's room, and what was in the women's room toilet should be illegal. It was, I mean, it was so bad.
You know Knobs wears tampons.
Tampons?
Yeah, you ever seen his butthole?
No.
Fucking huge. This thing right here would fit in it.
I've heard from New Jack's interviews something about it,
well,
that
Kevin
he does have kind of a big
Sullivan
ass.
got a picture on the wall of Knobs bent over pulling his ass apart. And
Why?
the hole's about, I don't know. I like Kevin, but I don't understand that either. Kevin, what are you doing? Why would you have that on your living room or whatever wall it is?
I don't know whether it was the pipes, the workers out back, but...
Backed up?
No, it was illegal. I locked the women's room door so no one could even go in there. Then the first time, Knobs, I think, has diabetes, so he constantly has to go. Yeah. He went...
Flomax?
He Flomax, and he tried to flush the men's room toilet, and it caused quite a splash. It was like a water park. It was like one of those water parks. So then for the rest of the night, again, I can only imagine if the studio watches this, Cecil the Lion had to be Knobs' bodyguard. Knobs just went out on the loading dock and just pissed at random all over the loading dock.
Who's Random?
Random.
Yeah, no, I've heard of him. Who's he?
Good worker.
Is he?
All right, wrestling fans, with that said, we're going to take a brief timeout so you can urinate wherever it may be safe in your world. We'll be back after this brief
What the fuck did you just say?
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marati.
And I'm John Cena Sr.
Johnny, the momentum here in Boston wrestling continues as we continue to build and build and build. The fans want to know, how do we help? We subscribe to the Patreon, but we see all the great merchandise on that set. Coronavirus may have killed the nightlife, especially for someone like Marty, but our acclaimed eBay store is open 24/7 around the world.
Wow. Check it out.
Arguably the greatest professional wrestler of all time. Get this limited edition collector's autograph print personally signed by two-time WWE Hall of Famer Nature Boy Ric Flair, inscribed 16 times for each of his recognized World Championship reigns. One of only 50 made direct from our friends at WWE. Also signed by original artist Rob Schamberger. Help keep wrestling legends working. Get this awesome Ric Flair collectible for your wrestling collection now.
Cheer! Why, hello! I would ask what was on your mind, but I already know. You want to know what has got my beard looking oh so majestic. And I'll tell you, it's sexy as hell beard care. Coconut oil, vitamin E oil, almond oil, both sweet and bitter, shea butter, it's all natural. Yes, JTG has actually come out with a high quality product. So support your boy by going to sahbeardcare.com and take one step closer to becoming sexy as hell. Cheer. Ooh, cheer. You know?
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back from some humorous tales.
A liquor store delivery within a few miles. Keep going.
and other great stories as Marty continues his no-holds-barred sex, drugs, and rock and roll adventure through 1989 and beyond.
There's Beacon Hill. They deliver.
Beacon Hill?
Do you know where that's at?
That's quite a ways away.
They say within 9 miles. Let me try it one more time.
All right, try one more time.
All right, hey, so we're liquor
Let
store
me get a couple
delivery.
of cheap plugs in as Marty looks for liquor stores that deliver. What's that now?
513th Street.
Oh, is it in Melrose?
Oh shit, I didn't ask that part. It has my location though. It said within 9 miles.
Well, no, there's the name of a place that sells like craft beer and whatnot a couple of blocks down the road, but
Craft beer.
here in Melrose.
What the fuck's craft?
What are they? What kind
What
of
the
liquor
fuck
do they
is
sell
craft
there?
beer?
Like you said, like some craft beers with a lot of like high-end stuff, and then it's
Paper,
also partially.
and it says "fuck you."
So he couldn't buy vodka or anything in there.
You could buy some like expensive vodka.
Well, I don't think he wants that. But you know what? With the prices
At
going
this
to
point.
pay. See so. Are you directing right now? Go online and see if you can get any information about what they sell at this Beacon Hill liquor store in Melrose. We need information, baby, and you're over 21.
My coach is giving me hell.
All right. Back to the topic at hand, 1989. Marty,
Yes,
a gentleman you mentioned that you were kind of impressed by size-wise when you were first around the WWF. A guy whose stint, a big return, no pun intended, didn't get over so big. Big John Studd, John Minton, departed the company in the spring of 1989, apparently over money, as his program with Andre was drawing horribly at the box office. Any memories of the return of John Studd, who I remember to be a very nice man?
And that's all I know about him. He was very nice to me. I really didn't even watch his matches.
Off.
I saw a few,
Off.
and he was like slow motion. Like he'd hit, slow motion. And I'm like, damn, man, he's 6'9", he's a big old dude, man. Slow motion don't look good for a big old bastard. But he was so nice, that's all I know.
He gassed himself to death. He just wanted to trying to be bigger and bigger and bigger. He almost wanted to have the disease that Andre had. He just wanted to keep getting bigger, I think, was the problem. And it killed his mobility.
And you know what's crazy? The guys that are 6'8", they just want to get bigger. It's like, God damn, bro. Shit, you're 6'8" now. He was 6'9" or 6'10".
I don't want to get any bigger than I am now. It's hard enough to fit on, coach on the airplane at 6'3".
No, because you fart so bad.
Oh, will you stop? You know I wouldn't. I try to
You
be
did
a gentleman.
yesterday. I'm going to spray something.
I did not, fans. I did not.
Yeah, you did, fans.
I did not. I
had to spray Febreze.
I respect the guests that we have in this studio. I would not do that. But
it's just me.
Back to John Studd. A factoid about John is that he will be remembered as the man that won the first pay-per-view Royal Rumble. Hacksaw Jim Duggan won the one that was on the USA Network in 1988.
Pay-per-view?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But the first year the Rumble was on pay-per-view in '89, John Studd was the victor.
I didn't know that.
To try and get
Battle Royals, I think?
Yeah, before they gave away the WrestleMania title shot as a prize, it was almost used like the old Los Angeles and San Francisco Battle Royals, where you could take someone and really build them if they won.
Yeah.
A few years later, they would, add the stipulation that the winner got the WrestleMania title shot. But for John, he'll go down as the first pay-per-view Royal Rumble winner, so that's something to remember the man by. But those matches he had with Andre in '89 were just...
Which we were there then.
You were on the show too.
But I never watched them.
And I learned more about it as time goes on when I became...
I was embarrassed to watch it.
Smart to the business.
Because, I love Andre. He didn't like us. He didn't like Sean at all. But Andre was real light with his punches. I actually had to get in the ring with him a couple times. I was scared to death because he didn't like me and Sean. But it was mainly because of Sean. He didn't have nothing against me, and he eventually told me that. But that's a big old man. That's 450 pounds. And when he slams you by the ropes and he grabs a hold and he does that sit down.
The ass?
Yeah, if you drop that ass on you, you might get crushed if he goes all the way down. Like I seen it. It was in Cow Palace in San Francisco, actually. And as he was coming down, the lights went out because he's so fucking big.
It was just
It got
ass.
dark. Yeah, everything got dark.
You knew how Andy felt.
But it was like this. It was so light.
Really?
Yes, so light. But it could have killed me. Man.
You had anti-vision for a minute.
But when his punches, if you ever noticed, Andre's punches were not good. They were like, and then,
he'd do
then
the
him and
wind
John,
up and the
and then him and John Studd's punches
were the same thing.
bad.
Yeah.
So when you get together, man.
The May of '89 house show at the Garden. I think you worked Rougeau's on it. They
Tuesday's coming for it.
It only had about 5,000 people in the building. Only 3,000. Only 3,000 paid. Boston Garden, not
Shit.
MSG. 3,000 paid.
Damn, that's less than half full.
Are you kidding me? The Garden could fit
Not even a lower bowl.
It could fit 16 sold out, yeah. And they did 3 paid for Andre and Studd in May of '89. And John was gone within a few weeks, so I'm going to guess the payoffs must have been pretty bad. I think Andre, wasn't, and I don't know if you'd know this, but I believe he was on a percentage basis.
Yes, 10%.
He got 10% of the game?
house.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he did better than
He really was the
everybody.
boss.
He did better than everybody.
So even when he was working someone like Warrior, he was likely doing better.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. You know what? If he could
That's
command
what
it,
else did. Good for him, bro.
if he could command it, good for him.
But he did draw too, though. People.
Sure. I mean, in the right circumstances, the right opponent. I'll tell you this: in '88,
he was a freak of nature.
'88, the year before, not one, not twice, but they did him and Duggan 3 times. So they really got a good run in Boston out of that feud. But just that, I don't think anyone wanted to see an immobile Andre and an immobile John Studd in 1989.
No, including the boys.
They needed, the Rockers.
They did need us.
And I believe Zeus also cut a pro. Zeus was on the Brother Love show that month.
I told y'all. I think I told y'all this a couple weeks ago. The Rockers were needed because a lot of times we get bored, and like in Chicago in particular, we pull the fire alarms at the hotel because we go ink, 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 and everybody's running out of the hotel. Oh, Nick Bockwinkel, man.
I'm going to tell you that story.
You remember it?
One night, sometimes I have laughing fits. One night, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was laying in bed in the dark. And I'm just picturing that story you told about Nick Bockwinkel.
Yeah, in his boxer shorts.
In his underwear, crawling down the hotel.
Telling everybody, get low, get low.
Then he opens the door, and his hand goes through a pile of dog
shit.
shit.
We had shit right outside the door.
And I tell you this, when I was with Linda, I used to drive her nuts because with my crazy sense of humor, in the middle of the night, we'd be sleeping, and then all of a sudden the bed starts rocking from my laughter. She would get pissed at me, and I'd start laughing even harder, and then I'd be out of the bed soon enough. But that story, fans, if you go into the Party with Marty archives, look for the episode. It'll have a thumbnail of Nick Bockwinkel and the Bushwhackers.
Yeah, it does. He got his picture up top.
You have to hear some of the ribs that these guys pulled on poor Nick Bockwinkel.
No, don't say poor Nick Bockwinkel.
Well, you know what? I like Nick Bockwinkel.
I do too. I love him to death.
Yeah. Other than the fact his hand went through a pile of
don't mess
dog
with the big buck.
Okay. His hand went through a pile of dog shit.
And his knees.
He was trying to escape a fire that wasn't even happening.
No, it was smoke. There was one of them chemicals or what do you call it, fire extinguishers?
You know what? Tell the story. Tell the story. It's for people
we
that maybe
was
haven't heard.
at a hotel in Chicago, and we did it at a lot of places. In fact, the guys got pretty used to hearing that fire alarm. They wouldn't even leave. They're like, "No, it's the Rockers." But at first, they didn't know that shit. We pulled the fire alarm. We were bored, man. We came home. We didn't have no girls with us. What we're going to do? Go to bed? Shit. Pulled the fire alarm, and we had squirted a chemical, like smoke, fire extinguisher, all in the hallway.
So it was all misty, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like fire. And old Nick comes out, and he sees the smoke, and he drops to his knees, and he's in his boxer shorts. His nuts are hanging out the side of his shorts. And he's on his hands and knees, and everybody's coming out, and he's telling everybody, get low, get low, get low. And we had put a bunch of shit outside the door. And so he gets to the door, and he goes out there, right through the shit. He got shit all over him. That's when he was like, fuck, them guys got me again. Yeah, man.
Were there other people on the floor crawling too?
Yeah, they were getting low. They were doing this. He was the only one on his hands and knees. His nuts were hanging out of his shorts. Those saggy-ass nuts he had were hanging out of his shorts as he was telling everybody, get low, get low.
Yeah, and it was like weeks after we taped it. Maybe it was after I edited it, but I couldn't sleep. I was in bed laughing, just picturing Nick Bockwinkel crawling for no real reason other than you sprayed a fire extinguisher and pulled the alarm, crawled with his balls hanging out, crawled through a pile of dog shit trying to escape the imaginary fire.
Yeah. When he went through the shit though, that's when he was like, that's when he knew, like, why would it be dog shit right here? Them fucking rockers got me again.
Oh, I tell you. Well, he relocated to that beautiful city that's staring across from us right now as well.
Did he ever move there?
That's where he lived until the end.
Right down there's Henderson. I lived right south of all this you see right here.
Henderson is south of that part of Vegas?
Yep.
Well, I told you I love Vegas, and hopefully you're going to join us for a Cauliflower Alley Club at some point.
As a single dude, man, I told you I was single, right?
The party with Marty never stopped in Las Vegas.
Well, no, if I was tired, you just don't open the front door.
Yeah.
Because this is how it works. In Vegas, open the front door, shut it, so you won't go back to sleep. But when you want to party, all you do is open the front door. There's the party waiting for you.
And I don't know if it was this episode, but recently
that just hurt again.
You made a joke about my drinking and whatnot. But when we go out for those reunions, sometimes there were a few nights we would stumble back into the casino at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. And you were supposed to be up at 9 a.m. for the seminar the next day that Les Thatcher and Harley Race and those types would be running. But I love Las Vegas. Hopefully the Cauliflower Alley Club reunion will happen. We miss seeing so many of the boys. And the horrible thing is people will see the graphic for caulifloweralleyclub.org rotate through our YouTube version of the show. We hope you check it out and maybe decide to join. It's a nonprofit organization. It's only $25 a year. But
almost cheaper than a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
No, that's our Patreon service at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling, where you can help keep wrestling legends working. And no sarcasm included, the Cauliflower Alley Club, our mission is to try and help the boys when they're in need. They help with medical bills. Yep. They help with, they could probably help you. I don't know.
What do I need help with?
Well, fuck, you need 2 new feet.
I got them. I'm getting them.
But you have that all taken care of?
Yeah, I just need more girls.
But nothing out of pocket, or?
No, Lee's doing.
But we'll talk about off the air. Just that they do a lot of great work. They pay for a lot of funerals, which is kind of sad. But
Sin Bodie, what's up, brother?
The best part of the reunion to me is I love to go to Las Vegas. I love the reunion. I love the ambiance. I love seeing all my friends. I love meeting legends I never knew. We talked about Larry Hennig not too long ago.
Did you ever parachute?
That's where I met Larry. No.
You don't? No. You scared?
Absolutely. The highest I ever jumped was to take a shot in basketball.
That was 1 foot.
Now, hopefully I got a little higher than that, but not as high as Cecil when he has his gimmick, though. That's a different story for a different time. We talk about departees in 1989, one that you must have missed. Your good friend, the late, great Owen Hart, when he was the Blue Blazer, I guess what happened? Did he have enough of being the feathered Blue Blazer in 89, or what led him to depart the company and go home to Martha?
In 89?
Yes, his first run.
I don't know.
Remember, he was under the hood. You used to room with him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was Blue Blazer. He was doing Blue Blazer.
Blue Blazer, yeah.
I don't remember why he left first time. I didn't know he did. I didn't know he left one time.
You didn't know he left? He was gone from 89 through 92.
He wasn't happy.
Well, you were gone a lot of the time, too, yeah.
He wasn't happy. But you got to remember, that was 300 shows a year. Yeah. You had to worry about your match every damn night. You ain't got time to think about nothing else.
Oh, but I mean, were you disappointed to see him go?
Yeah, because I loved him.
Yeah.
Would
you say, more friendly with him during either one of the runs he had there, when he was a younger guy as the Blazer, or
we spent more
when
time
he was
together.
more established together, when he was feuding with Brett that era?
We had more time together as a Blazer.
When he was, so you knew him better when he was younger?
No, he wasn't younger as Blazer. That was that. He came in as Owen at first.
No, he came in as the Blue Blazer.
And then what did he do?
He was the Blue Blazer for
he
about
died
a year.
as a Blazer.
Well, he did the Blue Blazer full time through '89. Then he was gone for a couple of years. He came back, I think probably late 91, early 92.
Well, that would be when I was hanging out with him, because Sean and I stayed together all the time.
Okay.
So it had been later
and then coming to time, around the time that he passed, it was one of those great Vince Russo ideas where, oh, well, you know, he wasn't really the most edgy guy during the Attitude Era, so they turned him into a comedy figure, and they had him do Blue Blazer again in 98 into 99, and then ultimately, unfortunately, he passed in May of 99.
Was it 90? Yeah, it was.
May of 99 at Over the Edge.
Here's the one thing, though, it still sticks out. We never know what happened. They think, there's two theories. When he was coming down, they think he might have reached back to check to make sure it was hooked, and he accidentally hit the safety thing that released and dropped him. But they also say another theory is the feathered cape thing got caught up in the wheel and unlatched it. They don't know, you know. So we don't know, but we just know he didn't like doing that. That's why they investigated Vince. They wouldn't charge him with involuntary manslaughter in Kansas City.
I don't want to go too deep into 1999, but you talk about a complete and utter waste. Owen Hart was a world-class professional wrestler, a world-class talent, a very renowned individual in this business personally, at a time when there were some unsavory individuals in professional wrestling.
Name one.
We could name a list. But everybody that I know of has nothing but glowing things to say about the man.
You couldn't find nothing wrong with him.
In the few interactions that I had with him, he was a very nice guy.
Very.
And to see a life just wasted like that, for a gimmick that meant nothing, in a match that meant nothing, that would have been forgotten about before the show was even over, just what a waste.
But
two kids and a wife. What's that?
What happens, happens. He was doing what he loved. He didn't like that gimmick, or he didn't like rappelling down. But he was doing the Blue Blazer. He was wrestling. He loved wrestling. It just went wrong.
Well, for fans that want to learn about what the widow of Owen, Martha Hart, has done up in Canada, there is the, no pun intended, the Owen Hart Foundation. I believe it's Owen Hart or heartfoundation.org, but I'd Google it.
Where was pun? I don't see
who?
You said no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Yeah,
we remember the Hart Foundation.
Yeah.
I don't think she named it that after the tag team group, is what I meant by that. Okay. They do a lot of great work. I know her son, Oj, is involved in it. And they help the people of Calgary in honor of Owen Hart, which is nice, because you're talking about the man has unfortunately been gone almost 22 years now.
Ain't that crazy?
And she's still out there trying to put his name out there. And I think that says a lot about her. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, if I can find the link to the website, I'll send it to you.
I mean, Brett's the only one that's, stay in touch with the whole family. I mean, one of his brothers, I love him. I love all of them, but one of his brothers, he does a podcast. He keeps wanting to get me on there, but I keep missing it. But Brett's the only one I really, stay in touch with. And even that's rare. We see each other at conventions.
Brett, you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. He's another one that I'd love to have in studio. I think he wrote one of the great wrestling books that's available.
You read it?
Oh my God, it's like encyclopedia.
Yeah.
He kept such great notations of everything he did during his run in the company.
Because we partied a lot.
Yeah. Oh, he put that in there. He didn't pull it. He wasn't the type that wrote a book trashing others and made himself seem like an angel. He was very honest. Yeah, exactly.
I love you, Sean. I'm just kidding. No, I ain't kidding, but I mean, I love you.
Knowing a younger Owen Hart when he was the Blue Blazer, did you think that he was someone that had potential to go on to become a big single star down the road? Yeah. No, really? How come?
He was kind of plain. His personality even. He was fun. Well, let me put it this way. He was funny as hell. He was like the best prankster in the world. He called Bad News Brown and said he could do his dad, He could do his dad. Yeah, hey, you bastard, we need a black champion here. If you come up here, we'll make you the champion. We could use you next week, TV taping. Bad News went up there, right? And he goes up to, what's his name? The dad.
Stu.
Stu. He went up to Stu. He goes, I'm here. Just Bad News. He goes, I'm here. Or you told me to come up here. I'm here. And Stu looked at him and goes, like hell I did. 5 Hathaways leaving town, be on one of them.
Really?
Yep. And Bad News said no. He wouldn't leave. But it was all a rib, and they ended up making him champion. They had to, when it started out with Owen fucking around.
Well, a great comedic
I
guy.
think he married one of them. Did Bad News marry one of the Hart sisters?
A Hart?
Yeah, I don't know that for sure. But I think so. But I don't know. Bad News died early. He was 53.
I think he was older than that. We had that discussion before.
We did?
Yeah, he was pretty old when he got to
53.
WWF.
He was 50.
But I mean, if he made it to the WWF by the time he was 40 in '87,
all right, watch
how
it.
old was he going to be in 2007 when he passed away?
Was it 2007? It was.
I believe it was 2007.
You're
You're going to Google it. See, he's going to fact check while we're on the air.
When did Bad News Brown die? What year?
Alan Coach died on March 6, 2007.
Well, see.
But that don't tell me how old he was, asshole.
The rest,
How
was
old was Bad News Brown when he died, bitch?
He was 63 years old when
63.
he died in
All right, well, a little off, but.
You owe me another case of damn Mountain Dew.
You owe me so many meals from the bets you've lost, brother. Last night you were going to take care of it too, but DB
You
ran
went home.
interference over at,
We did
at
go over
IHOP. Yeah.
Oh, that dude, man, that was so nice of him.
I felt really bad that he.
I didn't
did
feel
that.
bad. I thought that was really nice of him.
Yeah, I felt bad, but that's me.
Why'd you feel bad?
Well, because
you ate
he's
so
really
much.
not involved.
He ate like 20 damn biscuits and gravy.
No, you had pancakes you didn't want.
No, I gave them to you.
Yeah, that's so. In addition to my own meal, I had
the big egg
the
omelet with
pancakes.
everything. That shit was good.
You know, I tell you this, it hit the spot. Let me ask you this, Marty. Back on July the 8th, underneath Ultimate Warrior and Rick Rude, 12,500. Got to see the surprise return of Roddy Piper in a match with you and the Rougeaus as a guest referee. Jake had gone off to jail, and to try and spruce up the show a little bit, they brought back Roddy, who was kind of really back, but not really back after his WrestleMania 5 appearance. Any memories of your match with the Rougeaus with Roddy as the referee?
I don't remember that.
It only happened once.
I don't think it did.
It did.
You sure?
I am.
I bet you can't find it on the video.
Well, not every house show was taped, as you know, Marty. Especially in.
It was a house show.
It was a house show, yeah.
What the fuck salt did y'all put on this paper?
Oh, here we go with this again with the Kleenex. But look, to you that held Roddy in such high acclaim,
I love it.
Looking back on it now, you know, does it have any meaning to you that he refereed one of your matches?
I don't remember it. I don't remember that.
Yeah, so you really don't care.
No, I care, but I
Yeah.
just don't remember it.
No, that's all right. And Roddy would come back to, at that point, be the co-host of Primetime Wrestling with Bobby
Y'all
Heenan
didn't
and
come
Gorilla
on the damn
Monsoon.
thing, did you?
What?
This ain't come, is it?
I don't know what Tony may have done. I know you're making a mess.
Yeah, I need a tooth.
Well, make one and keep it.
It's salty.
All right, well, that's...
Damn.
Where you guys were on the road so much, would you even be able to keep up with the show like Primetime? With Gorilla and Bobby and Roddy Piper
What do
back
you
in the
mean?
picture?
What do you mean
Would you be able to keep up with a TV show like that? What was happening on it?
Oh, as far as watching, yeah,
Yeah.
because you could set your little VHS or...
Oh, would you? You'd set it to so you would watch when you
Yeah,
were home?
when you
or-
were home, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it made for a great trio for a bit with Piper and Heenan and Monsoon, 3 great wrestling personalities, and it was a great way to kind of get Roddy back into the fold as far as wrestling goes, to set up feuds with, you know, the Bobby Heenan family.
The only thing I remember Piper doing was me and us, the Rockers, against the Orient Express in the opening of, maybe it was SummerSlam, 91. One of the best matches ever, tag matches.
Wait, what was that again?
SummerSlam, 91.
Yeah.
Me, Sean and I against the Orient Express. And it was Paul Diamond.
Oh, he was the commentator.
Yes.
Oh! I thought you meant he was involved in the actual match.
Oh, no,
I drew
no.
a blank on that one real quick.
I don't remember him ever being a referee for us.
It was only, I think, a one-time thing because Jake went to jail and he was, you know, advertised near the top of the card, and they were trying to come up with something creative. And I think Roddy Piper as a guest referee was kind of a cool thing, where he retired at WrestleMania 3, and he still hadn't had a comeback match yet. No?
With Roddy?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I know he did get special guest referee, but I just don't remember him doing us.
Well, that's all right.
It's okay.
You remember what he did with Sean, though, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you.
When he ran his hands through it?
Yeah, a little petting, almost like what happened to Cecil. He was a little petting going on.
Cecil.
Yeah, Cecil the Lion, our friend in the control room.
Cecil.
He was.
You had to deal with that?
He was pet.
Somebody touched you in inappropriate places?
No, Gary just patted my chest. Dan always exaggerates it.
I'm not exaggerating it. It was like you were a dog or a cat. He sat there, stood there petting you on Main Street in Melrose.
He does exaggerate.
It wasn't that. It was more like.
No, he did this.
It wasn't pounding. It was petting.
I'm wearing the fucking same jacket.
I'm not denying you're wearing the same jacket. What I'm saying is that there was not a pounding of the chest. It was a petting of the chest,
No,
like he went to a zoo.
He needs his pain medication. He's all loopy.
Listen to this, Marty. You believe the abuse I take, and I like Cecil.
You've changed.
Never. That's one thing about me. I do have the CRPS brain. You're right about that.
Somebody call this place for us.
Let's fast forward a little bit to how are we time-wise, guys?
Yeah, it's got to be 50.
52.
52? I missed the second fist. Cecil, what are you doing back there? Now, the fans don't know this at home, but I asked these great individuals that we have here to give me time cues, so I kind of know where we are. But you know what? You went to go get food?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for letting us know.
How'd you go?
There's the Dunkin' Donuts next door.
Oh, you walked? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, all
That's
right,
too
wrestling
far to walk
fans.
to that place.
That just to the liquor store?
Yeah.
It all depends on which one you're talking about.
The closest one.
Well, there's one down on the corner over here, but like I said, I don't think they sell what you'd want.
Yeah, they don't sell hard stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Melrose codes.
Listen to Cecil. They don't sell the hard stuff.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, he'd probably be down there.
Delivery.
I found a few corporate
I
offices
wouldn't even
near
finish
you.
asking
All right,
this.
wrestling fans, as Marty Jannetty tries to find a liquor delivery store, let's take this episode home. For Marty Jannetty, I'm Dan Marotti. We'll see you same bad time, same bad station, next Thursday night at 10 p.m. It's Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Don't forget tomorrow night, when the lights in the Thunderdome go dim, the light on his dome lights up no matter what kind of what's on that dome. We're talking about John Cena Sr., Margot Ouellette's #1 piece.
Hookers for free.
It's going to be Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays again. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free.
Dan,
share with your friends.
I found hookers for free.
Good. If you're chatting in the premiere, again, tell us what you thought of the episode. The super chat is open. Don't forget to tip the bartender. The eBay store with this plethora of merchandise is open 24/7, coronavirus or otherwise. And again, for early ad-free access to Wrestling Insiders, the Studio Shoot Interview DVD library, the exclusive Patreon content, and to keep great legends like Marty Jannetty, Tony Atlas, and so many more working, head on over to patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. For less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, you get hundreds of shoot interviews, or as he calls them, interviews.
No, they call them that. You just said plethora?
Plethora.
Can you spell plethora?
Yes. Plethora.
Is that correct?
I think so.
Is that correct, brother?
I can't spell it.
We'll have to talk to John C. All right, for Marty Jannetty, I'm Dan Marotti. See you next Thursday, folks. Stay
Love y'all.
healthy. Be well. Good night.
Love y'all.
The World Wrestling Federation was live at the Oshawa Civic Center in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, Tuesday, May the 6th, 1986. In the opening contest, Candice Perdue beat Judy Martin. Tony Parisi with the win over Renee Goulet. Stevie Affi defeated Steve Lombardi. Ted Arcidi victorious over Iron Mike Sharp. The Fabulous Rougeau brothers beat the Hart Foundation. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with the win over the Iron Sheik. And in the main event, Corporal Kirchner defeated Nikolai Volkov. If you were in Oshawa live, share your memories in the comment section below. Use the link in the description box to keep Wrestling Legends working in our eBay store and on our world-renowned Patreon streaming service so we can bring you more interactive superstar shoot interviews to relive the good old days of professional wrestling. Check it out. Boston wrestling sports in the MWF explodes into a new year with professional wrestling content galore and need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after our Monday Night Raw review, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. after NXT and AEW, join rotating legends on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's no-holds-barred sex, drugs, and rock and roll journey on Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Friday night after SmackDown, don't miss John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, history videos, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view, watch-alongs, and more. For less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, get early ad-free access to our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library, and help keep wrestling legends working during the worst of times. Join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.
Wrestling fans, I'm Dan Marati.
And this is the man of the hour, Leo Rush.
It was all over BostonWrestling.com and our social media. But Leo, brother, they got to check out some of this merch.
They got to.
Check it out, fans, right now available on eBay.
Support Wrestling Insiders and keep wrestling legends working on eBay. At Survivor Series, it was champion versus champion as WWE Champion Drew McIntyre battled Universal Champion Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. Get this 11x14 poster autographed by all three men. Limited edition, number 42 of only 50, with authentication hologram on the back of the poster itself. Comes with a mystery autographed 8x10 photo and an on-air shout-out from WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas on Wrestling Insiders at your house. Get it now.